Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be going over some new rumors for a new potential Legends Celebi game dropping this year. Of course, as always, with these kind of rumors, take them with a grain of salt, but there's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it does really help out. Leave a comment, what are your thoughts on a potential Legends Celebi game? Would you like it or would you not like it? Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this is the new rumor for a potential Legends Celebi game. I'm assuming dropping this year. They don't actually say when it's dropping, they just say about Legends Celebi. It makes sense for it to drop this year though, simply because it's obviously a new year, so we're going to get a new Pokemon game, and it is also the 25th anniversary of Pokemon Gold and Silver. There's not really much point of bringing out a Legends Celebi next year because they would have missed like the best time to do it. I'm also not against the idea of a Legends Celebi game as well as a faithful remake of Black and White, just simply because we've had it in the past already. I don't think it's gonna happen, but like if it happened, I wouldn't be crazily like shocked, just because we've had it once. Why can't we have it again? And obviously, if you're gonna choose a Pokemon game to like be based in the past, it makes sense to revolve it around Celebi, because Celebi is literally the time travel Pokemon. So yeah, it'd be an easy way to kind of go back to the past. But either way, it says about Legends Celebi. So Celebi will transport you 200 years back to Johto. So again, it takes place in a, I guess, not prehistoric, but a historic Johto region. I don't know if it's going to have a different name. I'm assuming it would be, because obviously Hisui was the name before Sinnoh. As well as that, if we did get a Legends Celebi, I don't know if we'd also have like Kanto representation in that game as well. Like Kanto, I'm assuming, would be there around the same time as Johto. I don't know if one of them was like a thing first, but yeah, you'd like to think that if we had a Johto game that would also have Kanto stuff as well, because at the end of the day, Johto is like a sequel to Kanto. Like, that originally was the plan. Obviously, that's why you can go back to Kanto, you battle Red and everything like that. The only reason that we got like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald and so forth and so on is just simply because Pokemon absolutely smashed it and they just kept selling so much. So that's why they just carried it on. But it was originally just going to be Pokemon Red and Blue and then Pokemon Gold and Silver. But obviously, because it took off so much, we can all thank the fact that, yeah, we still got more games and stuff to look forward to. But that is apparently like how the game starts. So Celebi transports you 200 years back to Johto, which again, it's a time travel Pokemon. That would be the way it begins. There's just no other way they would really do it. They then go on to say the starters are Grass Fairy Torterra, Fire Fighting Incineroar, and Water Steel Greninja. So I have a few problems with these starters. The first one being, I don't really like these choices of starters for a Johto game. Water Steel Greninja, pretty cool. I like the idea of that. I don't really know why Steel would be another typing for Greninja. I guess just because Greninja is a bit of a ninja Pokemon, so maybe it could use like a samurai sword or, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know, I feel like it'd be cool if it was like Water Psychic or something like that. But either way, I like Greninja. I wouldn't mind it getting a form, but yeah, not the one I would like jump on for the water starter. Firefighting Incineroar is a massive just troll. Like, obviously we all thought that Incineroar potentially could have been firefighting. Luckily it wasn't, but then in this game it becomes firefighting anyway. I don't really like the idea of that. I think that would just be a massive L if this was turning out to be true. But yeah, firefighting Incineroar, no thank you. I'd just not pick Incineroar at all. I would definitely go for something like I don't know, maybe like maybe even like a Charizard or something. I know that Charizard gets all the forms and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like if we've got a Johto game, it'd be cool to have like a Kanto starter that like kind of changes form because it's like living in Johto instead of Kanto. But I guess they're so close, would it really change that much? I really don't know. But it'd be cool to have like a Gen 3, like maybe even Blaziken. Blaziken would be cool as well. But either way, Firefighting Incineroar, and then Grass Fairy Torterra. I really don't like this one. I know obviously because it's Johto you can't choose Meganium, but I feel like if we're ever going to get a Grass Fairy starter Pokemon form, it has to be Meganium. Like, Meganium is a perfect Pokemon to be Grass Fairy. But I understand, because obviously it's Legends Johto, that wouldn't make sense because obviously Meganium is the Johto starter. If we get a Legends Kyurem, then definitely Meganium Grass Fairy, like, do it, especially with like the triage ability, stuff like that. It'd be so busted. But yeah, Grass Fairy Torterra, I'm not a massive fan of that. It'd be like Sceptile would be better, or maybe even like a, I don't know, maybe even like Superior or something like that. But yeah, Grass Fairy for Terra, I kind of get it, because instead of a tree you'd have like a flower bed maybe, and like maybe the tree is just like pink and it's like blossoms and stuff like that. I guess it would make sense in that kind of aspect, but I don't know. I feel like if you're ever going to have a Grass Fairy starter, it has to be Meganium. Anyway, though, those are the potential starters. We also have Lugia and Ho-Oh having Sacred Form. So, of course, these are like I'm assuming the origin forms that Dialga and Palkia got, which again would be the perfect time to give obviously Lugia and Ho-Oh new forms. I think sacred forms would be really, really cool. I like them being called sacred forms as well. I'm not sure if their typings would change or anything, but yeah, if they just look different than that. Yeah, I've always wanted Lugia and Ho-Oh to get forms, and you know, with the legendary birds getting Galarian forms, the legendary beasts getting like Paradox forms, it'd be cool to have Ho-Oh and Lugia get one at some point as well. I don't think it'll ever happen, but it very generally could if we did get a Legends Celebi game, because again, it'd be just like Dialga and Palkia getting forms. Because obviously we had Legends Arceus didn't get a form, but Dialga and Palkia did. So in Legends Celebi don't get a form, but then obviously Ho-Oh and Lugia get one. So I like the idea of that. I think if we do get a Legends Celebi, they should definitely get forms. Moving on, a dragon will complete the trio of Lugia and Ho-Oh, and it's Grass Dragon. So we'd apparently be getting a new legendary, I'm assuming, which would be a Grass Dragon type Pokemon. I don't really know where that would come from. I don't know why we'd be getting a Grass Dragon. I don't think there's been any kind of tales or history or hints or anything like that to a Grass Dragon or some other dragon in Johto lore, so that would just be completely out of nowhere. Again, it could happen where we get a Pokemon that obviously just everybody forgets about, like maybe there's just no information about it. Like in the real world today, like there's obviously animals that have gone extinct millions of years ago that we just don't know about. Like we didn't know about the dinosaurs until we like obviously dug up the fossils and stuff. So I'm assuming there's creatures out there that again we're still yet to find out about, just simply because they went extinct so long ago and we just haven't discovered their bones. So that could be applied into this situation where a lot of people just forgot about it. Maybe there was just like no knowledge about it. Maybe it was just very rare or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, Grass Dragon type, I don't really like that as a typing for like a legendary a new legendary dragon. Anyway, moving on, an Eevee will have a special evolution to the dragon type. Again, I for one would love a new evolution. I don't think it's ever going to happen though. Dragon would be perfect, especially if they kind of like applying all of the potential, all of the previous like special types in Gen 1, in obviously Gen 3. Dragon is the last one that we've not had an evolution of. And as well as that, we never got an evolution to kind of coincide with Sylveon. So that's what they've always done. Like they've done Espeon and Umbreon, which is Dark and Psychic. They did Leafeon and Glaceon, which was Grass and Ice. So they're always like one that's better than the other. But Sylveon kind of dropped on his own. So we were all expecting another evolution to either be like Steel or Dragon or Poison or something like that, to either be good or bad against Sylveon. We never got that. So yeah, potentially in a Johto game, it would be cool to see a new dragon type evolution, but I don't know, I feel like we'd only really get a new evolution in a new generation of Pokemon. I don't think we'd get one in like a Legends game, because unless the only way I could see it happening is if it was like an evolution stone that was only found like way back when in Johto. Maybe they just can't find them anymore, which is why Eevee doesn't evolve into this dragon type. But yeah, I mean, I would love a dragon evolution. I just don't see it happening. I just don't think we're going to get another one, just simply because they already take up so much space in the Pokedex. I don't think we'll get more. I would love one, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't want one, but I just don't think it's going to happen. We then have a new special red Gyarados, which is going to be fire flying. So this is obviously a shout out to the Lake of Rage red Gyarados, which is shiny back in Pokemon Gold and Silver. So yeah, fire flying for a new form of Gyarados. It's alright. I mean, I don't mind that. I think it'd be cool to give different Johto Pokemon a form though. And I mean, Gyarados isn't even a Johto Pokemon, but yeah, I think it'd be cool to get different forms instead for the Johto game. Especially, we've already had like a couple of forms as well for Johto Pokemon previously. Obviously, we had like Ursaluna evolving into Ursaring evolving into Ursaluna and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe a different generation of Pokemon would get a new form. But I'm assuming if we got Legends Celebi, we would get more than just this. This is the only one that this person has put down. Next up, Mienshao will have a new evolution being Fighting Psychic. I like that. I like the idea of Mienshao becoming a Fighting Psychic Pokemon. It does kind of give me Psychic vibes 100%, so I don't mind that at all. I would like to see that, and I'm always down for like cross-gen evolutions. I think it always gives a new kind of life to previously used Pokemon that maybe just weren't that good. But like obviously with Ursaring, like it was okay, but now Ursaluna is like one of the best Pokemon for like raids and stuff like that. So that would be the situation in regards to that. And then we also have Celebi apparently getting an ultimate form. So I think that is, I mean, there's many ways where this rumor just doesn't really add up, but I don't think Celebi getting an ultimate form would really make that much sense. If it was going to follow the same kind of, if it was gonna follow the same plan as Arceus or Legends Arceus, then Arceus didn't get a new form, so why would Celebi? Also, if Celebi got this ultimate form, you know, why have we not seen it yet? You know, like in the past, like I get it with like Dialga and Palkia and stuff like that, but there's a lot of lore and history in Sinnoh. But with Celebi being like the time travel Pokemon, surely it would have also been able to like time travel back and become this form. I don't know. Do I really want Celebi getting an ultimate form as well? I don't know if I do. Like, I don't think it really makes that much sense. I think it's fine on its own. If it was going to get a form, I think it would... I don't know, it just doesn't really look like a Pokemon that gets a form at all. But either way, this is apparently the Legends Celebi game that we're going to be getting this year, I'm expecting anyway, or I'm assuming that's what they mean. They don't actually say the year. They don't say how they know this information. I don't think this is that true, though. I think there's quite a few red flags that are kind of like putting me off believing this. But either way, you know, whether this is true or not, I still think Legends Celebi, it's not completely out the park. Like, 2024 generally, like, we don't really know what we're going to get. Black and White 3, Legends Kyurem, Faithful Remake of Black and White, Faithful Remake of Black and White 2, Faithful Remake of Johto, Legends Celebi. There's like 6 options there, but we could even get like Scarlet and Violet DLC 3 and 4. Like, you have to remember that the epilogue was not an epilogue to Scarlet and Violet, it was an epilogue to the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. We could easily get more DLC that kind of just starts a whole new story, so could be that as well. There's like multiple different things we could get for Pokemon Day this year, because like I say, Black and White, so many hints. Johto's 25th anniversary. I feel like Scarlet and Violet aren't done. I feel like we didn't get a proper send-off for those games, so it literally could be anything, which is why Pokemon Day is so exciting this year, because we don't know what we're getting. Like, you know, it could completely blow us all out of the park. But either way, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Really does help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on a potential Legends Celebi game. Would you like it? Would you prefer Legends Kyurem or a Faithful Remake of Johto or a Let's Go Johto or something like that? Let me know. Subscribe if you're brand new, though, for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.